We good? We're live.
Hello everybody. Lumus here from Failing at Gaming.
Burzum here from Burzum Streams Things.
Also Failing at Gaming.
Oh shit, yeah, true.
Yeah, you've been doing Vagante with us.
Yep.
And it's not your first stream. Hey, got here some Streets of Rage 2. Nice intro playing. I'm currently on holiday at Burzum's place, so we're going to be playing some games together this week. Not sure exactly when or what, but hey, we'll figure it out as we go. The Syndicate boss believed destroyed by the three vigilantes.
Not to be politically inclined, but that's clearly Donald Trump taking over the world. He's got the same face.
Now that you mention it,
Yeah.
I think it's the hair.
Yeah, it could well be the hair, yeah. Cool. Four young friends, rage burning inside them, make a stand for friendship and peace. That's probably the best translation work that Sega has ever done on any game.
Yeah.
I don't know, that's poetic. Maybe it's a haiku?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So the missing backstory here is that in the first game, the Mafia took over the police force. 3 police officers went rogue and took down the Mafia. One of them returned to the police force, and considering him to be the main threat, Mr. X has kidnapped him. So the other 2 have gathered up some unlikely allies and are on their way to make a rescue.
Are we doing this on hardest difficulty or?
I don't know, what can we manage? It's been a long time.
Yeah. Used to be every year I'd come visit you and my English grandmother and we'd play on hardest, I think, or insane. But I don't know if we can cope on that anymore.
We used to play at Mania, I doubt we could do it now. Thinking even normal or hard.
We'd probably cope with hard, do you think?
Yeah, okay.
I've got a cat very gently begging me for food. Sorry. It's headbutting my elbow. His nose is very wet.
So Axel and Blaze are the 2 retired police officers from the first game. Skate is Adam's younger brother and Max is Adam's sparring partner. They've joined in for this rescue mission.
That must be a really one-sided spar. I think in boxing and most other sports you don't mix weight classes. Max is
I guess.
clearly Incredible Hulk weight class.
Well, Adam is a boxer and Max is a wrestler, so it's striker versus grappler. But yeah, I guess you don't normally mix, like you say, you don't normally mix weight classes. Although Adam is a big guy.
Yeah,
He's the slowest and the strongest in the first game.
that's fair. I mean, I remember him being roughly Axel's size though.
Yeah, he's not huge, I guess.
Yeah. Max looks sort of like a normal person trapped in a larger person's body.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you like kind of remove all that background muscle, you've just got a normal person. Also, now looking at his face, I've decided Max is probably the Punisher.
Okay.
I don't know, he's just got like the grizzled look about him. Maybe not so much in the like portrait, but down below, it looks like he's in the middle of just wiping out an army of thugs.
Yeah, maybe. Skate, you guys have seen me play DJ Boy, right? This is the main character to that. So technically he's the first Streets of Rage character to ever exist. DJ Boy is basically Streets of Rage 0.
First they made a game about sprinting down the streets with rollerblades on, and then after that they went, what kind of plot could support this?
Yeah. I don't think any plot supports that. Who are we playing?
I don't know. I mean, Max. I'm a big fan.
Yeah. Max is cool.
I've done it. I think I've logged in. No, I haven't. I don't know any of the buttons.
Axel's generally held to be the best character. I mostly know how to play Blaze because I think the first game's the one I've played most of, and she's easily the best character in that. I'll take Blaze because I know how she works. Her grapples are the same as in the first game.
It's fair.
So in the first game's all about speed, and Blaze is the fastest character. Okay, that's my special. Don't know where all the buttons are on these controllers.
It's working left to right, just like the Sega buttons did. So
Mhm.
the right hand lock side one is jump. So
Yeah.
it should be the exact same as PlayStation controls, except
Uh,
maybe chunkier.
Behind the scenes peek, because the PlayStation controls are set out differently, I have the X button as C, square button as B, and circle button as A. Because the B and C are meant to be the easiest ones to get to, and A's your special, so I find that one easiest to play. I'll have to try and remember that it's different here.
Nah, you probably could have changed it just before we started.
Maybe.
In fact, hell, we've hit 2 people. Do you want to just like push start and change it all?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
So yeah,
Amazing.
Blaze specializes in Jiu-Jitsu, a martial art around grapples, so even though she's got quite low attack power, her grapples do tons of damage. So she's basically a grapple character. She can throw them a good distance, and the behind slam does tons of damage. Max is a wrestler, so he's kind of similar, but he's also huge, so Max does massive damage whatever he does. Excuse me.
Max's specialty is picking people up and putting them down very, very hard.
Yes. If you can get somebody from behind as Max, they die.
It's a reference to his time in prison.
How do you throw people as Blaze? Am I not doing it right for this game?
Do you not jump and attack?
That's what I was trying to do, yeah. I thought you hit attack as you vault over them.
Or is Blaze the only one where you've got to push back and attack to throw? I think Skates is jump and attack to throw.
Ah, you might be right. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, like it is in the first game. I really had to practice some Streets of Rage.
That's okay. We're going to win this, and then we're going to win Gold Max, and then maybe, if we've got time, we'll play a little bit of the Castlevania, seeing as it's downloaded, and we don't have many other Sega games. It counts as retro, right? Retro Look It counts as retro.
Is that one 2-player?
It's not, but
Okay. Well,
I can laugh at you while you play it.
yeah.
I can commentate on the mythological references that we're killing.
I think this game and maybe Golden Axe will last us for tonight, but sure. Next stream maybe we'll do that one.
Well, we'll see. Well, yeah, I don't think we're going to rocket through this, are we? Check out the clothes everyone's wearing. What year was this made? Like, it's like 90, isn't it?
Yeah.
80, 88 or something? 80, 93? I'm just guessing in like a 10-year period. Somewhere between 85 and 95.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what people wore, guys. I mean, it's not. No one was dressed like this. Apart from the jeans. These guys with like just everything being made out of jeans is pretty accurate. Boom.
Maybe street plugs weren't dressed the same way as most people.
Yeah, that's true. This could be, what is this, New York or just a fictional city? Oh, thanks.
Please let go.
I would like to.
It depends what... I think it's meant to be... So in the third game, the White House is present in the city, so that would make it Washington.
The White House is president of cities.
Present in
Oh,
the
right.
city.
Okay.
But that's only in the Japanese version. In the American version, she's just City Hall, even though it's clearly the White House. So I guess it's just generic city. There's beaches and things, though, so presumably it's by the sea and it's quite warm.
I mean, yeah, okay. So it's an American city as envisioned by Japanese people.
Yeah.
So it's probably New York / Washington / Detroit.
Yeah,
all at once.
it's Rage City.
Probably a bit of Florida as well, because why not?
Yeah.
And then I can't think of a single Californian city. No, I can. Los Angeles, that's one, right?
Yeah.
Well, look at me naming all these American cities. This is why I did geography as a child.
Los Angeles is the home of Hollywood.
I did not see myself doing attack animation, but they were all still staggered as I jumped at them. That worries me.
Max is just that big.
Max can grow a tentacle out of his neck during a jumping attack. Check this out. That's not his arm. That's just a tentacle appearing.
Okay.
I used to pause during all these, just to see what was going on.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a bit.
What is going on in that attack?
It's an elbow drop, isn't it?
Yeah, but what's he doing with his other arm?
Look at the size of his forearm.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we'll be doing lots more pausing during attacks in a minute. We're gonna get electrocuted.
Okay.
I mean, you remember what we're talking about, right?
Are you going to see their bones? Or?
Yeah, that's what it's all about. You've got to, any time in any series where there's an electric shock animation, you've got to try and pause to see everyone's bones. Goodbye. Oof! That was 100%. Ow! That's cheating. I'm gonna heal up now. I'm scared that you're gonna kill him. You're gonna kill him. That was cheap, but...
This is my Streets of Rage 1 strats, just unlock everything. Doesn't work as well in this game. Oh. Maybe eating midstream, it's not professional.
I'll reply in a minute when I'm not eating midstream. When the enemy throws you, it's possible to land on your feet by holding down up and jump. So you will notice that when people are throwing me, I'm never, ever, ever going to take damage from it unless I get thrown into my partner Blaze and she gets hurt.
Yeah. Although it's frustrating that the controls for it is different than it is in the first game.
Yeah, how'd you do it in the first game?
I don't remember. You say in this game it's up and jump, or?
Yeah, hold up and hold jump.
In the first game, it's hit, jump, and attack just as you land.
Oh, okay.
So I normally just hammer all three buttons, up, jump, and attack. So I can never remember which one goes to which game.
Yeah. Can you imagine this being in the arcades and people just absolutely mastering it with all these secret techniques?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think it was an arcade game for a while, wasn't it?
Like, pretty much all of them are, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's just the way that they're made. They're just made to be arcade games. Why have I got a 1-up? You haven't died. Have I got a 1-up from being amazing?
You've got more points than me.
Nice. I don't know how I managed that. Oh, probably from the back slam. I can get a ton from that.
I think it's just kills.
Surely not. I'm a jiu-jitsu master. I'm just a giant thug that was trained in wrestling. Martial arts are way better than just random people that are hugely muscled. There was a TV series about like American and like Norwegian and British bodybuilders who also did things like boxing and like pro wrestling and stuff, going around the world to be against the very best from like weird indigenous tribes.
Yeah.
Did you ever see that?
No.
It was amazing. There was like tiny like tribes of like Indian people like wearing full tribal gear and stuff, where their game was like having their hands behind their backs, and the goal was to kick each other over. And they were about like 4.5, 5 feet tall, and then there's like a 7 foot tall like Samoan dude who'd like done wrestling all his life and they had to try and kick him over, and he just didn't move, and they're all just like, well, that's the game over, you know?
Yeah.
It's weird. It's a weird thought. Here we go. Hello. Do it. Oh no, that's not even the right one.
There we go.
That's my bones. That's all I wanted from life.
Well, did you see Max's skull there? That is just...
Well, yeah, he's the what? I was behind you. Ridiculous. Like over, please.
It's a whip here.
I need to. Please, Jesus, I've just died.
Max's head is just a cube. Yeah, it has right angles. Skulls are not meant to be that shape.
Mine is. There we go. Oh, the apple. Yeah, I think we mentioned this, but Max's highest damage attack is when he grabs people from behind, jumps, and then just gently sits them on his knee with all of his bulk. Unfortunately,
slam is ridiculous.
The amount of damage you take trying to set it up probably negates how worthwhile it is. But
yeah, it's not easy getting behind people with Max, but if you do, they're done for.
Yeah.
Hey, look, it's the bartender. He's back with a vengeance. We have noticed him sneaking off while we were distracted by looking at our bones.
He's also wearing incredibly normal clothes for this.
For this time period, yes.
Yeah. I'm taking a lot of damage. I guess it's because it's hard.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe hard is the difficulty where you actually have to take the two best characters.
Maybe.
That would be Skate and Axel, by the way. They're both very broken.
Max is actually stronger than Skate.
I mean, he does a lot more damage, but Skate can actually evade the incoming damage, which I think gets important at like the higher difficulties. Like Skate just becomes impossible to hit.
Well, like one of the guys I've raided a couple of times, Anthopants, who was the first person in the world to do Deathless Mania.
Okay.
He's done it with Axel, Because Axel is broken.
I'm gonna grab this health actually if you get a second.
If he goes away from it, sure.
See ya.
Yeah, Axel's double forward attack is just straight up broken. So he's the strongest character in the game. He's now currently trying to beat it with Max, and he's saying, you know, Max is clearly the second strongest character in the game. Hard to tell who's the worst, Blaze or Skate.
Okay. What's so great about Max? Like I struggle to not take damage because a lot of his moves don't like knock people down. Like his double tap forward attack, it just stuns people a little bit and then they batter you.
He's good at repelling damage with his ultimates when you get caught, and you know, he does ridiculous amounts of damage.
Oh,
so you can take down the hordes.
Okay, I totally forgot about the ultimates. I stopped using them for years because you take damage when you use them. So yeah, we've got a choice between a standing one, which is that, and there's also a forward attack one for everyone, which I'll describe in a second if I get a chance.
Yeah, your standing one only takes health if you hit somebody, your dashing one always takes health. But the thing is, they take priority over other attacks, so you can attack through attacks if you're about to be hit.
Okay. Yeah, I guess. I get it.
And yeah, from what I've seen, when Antho does it, mostly with Max it's about dashing into people and then immediately getting them into a grab before they can do anything.
Okay.
She does have a fine as well.
Max could do this damage with a spoon instead of a knife. It's meaningless what implement is in his hands as he pushes it towards a solid object.
See, the Blaze is the best combo, which is really useful for keeping enemies pinned and avoiding attacks, but she doesn't do enough damage to thin out the huge hordes that you get in Mania. And Skate is just very situational. Again, low damage, and he's not got a lot of priority, so attacks go through him a lot.
I'd have to look up what the technique is. I guess I'd be interested to see what the correct moveset is with Max.
Yeah, I remember as a kid I really liked using Skate because he's the fastest character and he's got that crazy dash attack. Oh.
You just push a button.
Yeah, I pushed the button and something weird happened. It's not the version I'd normally play on. I bumped the analog stick while I was trying to do my ult to break out of that grapple.
No idea what that does. Oh.
Yeah, so we're currently playing on the Steam version, which is not what I normally use at home.
Yeah,
I have it at home, but
it's gonna have some. There we go, that's my charging ult, by the way, if you missed it. It's basically just me rolling at people.
Yeah, so I'm using a different controller to usual and playing a different version to usual, so I might be a little bit lost. Bear with me. You want to grab that health?
Yeah, I will be. I just didn't want to explode.
Don't forget that your sliding attack is way faster than your walking.
Is it?
Oh yeah.
Oh. Ow.
What just max speed when we never stop
Please
sliding?
stop punching! See, Axel's invincible when he does his dash move, so
yeah,
and it always knocks people down unless they're like bosses. So
like Axel's regular dash move works like most people's specials. That's why he's one of the main reasons he's so broken. Yeah, when somebody gets you into a grapple, it's a good time to use your special.
I might have to give up and start using the specials because these guys are wrecking me.
So Blaze's grapples, her forward ones do very little damage. You can hit twice without breaking your combo and then do one of your throws. Either jump over them to attack from behind or just throw them behind you so they hit others.
Just to let you know, I'll be stealing some gold items just to try and keep my lives up to date with yours. I want to be the first one to game over.
Yeah, I mean, you've got like twice my score and half my lives, so that's fair.
Or die. And I won't be boasting, well, I did better than you, because we all know, we all saw, I've died twice at least now.
Yeah, it's a team game. I think you're doing more damage than me. I'm just... Well, as we were saying, Max does most of the damage. Blaze is really good at avoiding damage, but not very good at dealing it out. I feel like I used to like Blaze a lot because she's got a lot of crowd control. You just throw people into other people.
She's a cool character. Hey, Lady
Hey,
Meow.
Lady Meow. How are you doing? Are you good today? Yeah, the holiday's good, thank you. Tomorrow we are taking the bus to go see my aunt and uncle. I'm spending the night there, that's why there's not going to be a stream tomorrow and probably not the day after.
Maybe the day after, actually.
Maybe.
But
Depends what time we get
it'd
there.
have to be late again.
Yeah.
Fortunately, he's sleeping in a house that is shared by me and my partner, and she works night shift just now, so days consist of us trying desperately to not wake her up.
Yeah, days and evenings we can't really stream because she's sleeping at the time. Although that advertisement for PPI, the PPI crap goes all the way back to the 90s apparently.
Is that sign beside it connected though? It kind of looks like Peppy. Or is that like COD? A sign for COD? Call of Duty Sega Mega Drive edition.
Yeah. Did your Call of Duty come with PPI? You can get a refund
You've
now.
been missold, yep. And some of those look like maybe Coca-Cola adverts, just slightly altered.
Yeah. Also, did you see that for pro choreography? The guy did a sliding attack at me and I dashed over him.
I also like the pause it when Max gets thrown because his face of absolute shock is amazing. How? Dude, I'm not even upset, I'm impressed.
But yeah, anyway, so if anybody was disappointed that I've not managed to stream so far, it's been a bit difficult with Sass being, we can call it Sass, what I mentioned on stream before.
Yeah.
Yeah. With her being on night shift and sleeping during the day, but we're going to try and squeeze some in. It'll be quite late nights probably, but once she's gone to work, we'll see what we can do. It's probably going to be one Thursday, and I'm hoping Friday we can do the team stream.
We'll find out. I know
Yeah,
we want to go see a castle during the day, I think. So we'll see how it all goes down.
Moves like that, you should be a wrestler. You're right, the Jiu-Jitsu warrior here should be the wrestler. The wrestler should probably be teaching aerobics. Look at that. Look at those dance moves.
Perfect clothes for And swing your fists over your head. Hands together and kick and kick and kick. And kick and kick and kick. Oop. Yeah. And jump up and stretch.
Why would you walk anywhere when you can front flip? Yeah, hopefully we can do the team stream Friday. If not, we'll have to bully Narelon and Lady Meow into doing it again. Also, thanks for doing that, by the way. I've not had a chance to watch it yet, but I hope it went well. I caught a tiny bit of it.
Did you enjoy it? Was it good?
Yeah, did you guys have fun? That's the important thing. Because, if the stream was terrible, then, it's your first stream. My first stream was terrible. That's the thing you can learn to improve. Having fun is the important thing.
Do you know a secret for this boss? Man of secrets?
Did you have a secret prepared? Or?
No, I'm saying, do you have a secret for this boss? Please stop.
I think the pro thing is to use Max's down attack to stun him in place without knocking him down and then grapple him.
Oh.
But don't let him grapple you because his grapple is horrible.
Down attack. Ow!
Hey, come over here and fight me. Leave alone the guy that...
Why does it do anything else? Oh, she's gone.
Coming back?
We can.
Be just Narelon this week, got a gig. Oh, nice, hope that goes well for you. More fun than you expected and the team seemed to fly by, good. So I know you said you weren't sure about League of Legends, you'd not really played it before. So I hope that was good for you. Maybe it was just fun because it was a team game and you were getting to stream. Yeah, it makes me really happy to hear that it was fun. Hopefully we can do a lot more games together in future.
Maybe ask around, see if there's anyone else available to stream. You know people, Mr. Skeletal might. Although he probably wouldn't talk, so...
Yeah. Definitely better playing with someone, that's good to hear. Did you guys like lane together, or...? I saw you playing my main, which infuriates me. That's my character.
Well, for a perfectionist, you sure do suck at League. Lumus, that is. I don't know. You were telling me off for playing your main the other day, and then said that I was better than you, though.
I'm telling you are.
Well,
Was I?
oh, I didn't mean to pick up that health. Well, you did say that I was playing very badly.
I wound you up a lot for playing Zyra top, but I was also the one who told you to play Zyra top. I hope you didn't take any of that seriously.
Nah,
No, it was real dumb. It's not where you'd normally play the character. She's too fragile to be off on her own like that, but...
No, I did take it personally. I'm gonna keep it and hold that under my heart for the rest of my life, and not do anything terrible to you.
I mean, you wanted to play Zyra, no one was going top. You didn't have another top lane character you liked, why not?
Yeah, why not? I don't. There's so many characters to learn. Like being good at League, I think involves knowing every single character you're up against and their strengths and weaknesses.
Definitely, you want to be like real good at it. I just play for, I play for fun. I don't think most people do that.
I don't think even people who think they're doing that do that. Yeah.
So, little detail here, you see those arcade machines, Bare Knuckle? That is the Japanese name for this series. So Bare Knuckle would have been the first game. So, it must have been in arcades. There's arcade machines right here.
Makes sense.
Also meant to draw attention to something outside, but we kind of sped past it. You notice in the little park that we were in, there's like a big roller coaster in the background?
Yeah, I guess it did, yeah.
The key point here is that we're moving in. This whole thing is like a fun fair. We've gone from the roller coaster area to like the arcade area. So there's a lot of weird things in this level, and people complain about how weird it is, and they've not realised that it's a fun fair. Yeah.
I can't really see Max's face, but his. Oh, I forgot to save myself. Not broke my only promise. There's a chicken somewhere around. I know whenever I'm feeling unhealthy, I just eat an entire roasted chicken.
An entire chicken that you found in the bin. Yes. This is why there's a private area, by the way. Also, I meant to say this earlier. The plot of this game is basically us going to mafia-held areas, looking for wherever their base might be. Like we went to that pub, now we've gone to the park.
She tried Pirate Gal, Warhammer, Dark Elf Gal, Wolfman, and Final Fantasy Extra. I think 90% of them might be Final Fantasy Extra.
So that'd be Misfortune, Morgana. Morgana's my main. Wolfman is presumably, what's his name, the wolf guy?
Yeah, Wolfman, the wolf guy.
Yeah,
the
guy werewolf.
It's a wolf, yeah.
Final Fantasy Extra, that doesn't narrow it down much. Unless you mean Riven. I saw Narellon playing that one. The lady with the broken sword. It's like in 3 pieces, but it's magically floating together.
Also, you're right, there is nothing wrong with discarded chicken. My cat loves it. I
Okay.
don't know if I'd be a fan in real life.
I'll get some of that street turkey. Of course, in real life I'm more into street tofu, but...
When in Rome. Probably when in Rome, still don't eat meat. You've made your life choices, you need to live with them. Even if one day you decide actually meat is nice, I think you should still just stick to being vegetarian.
I mean...
Yeah, I know you plan to, but I'm just saying, even if you change your mind, I'm going to punish you by forcing you not to.
It's not the taste of the meat that stopped me from eating it in the first place, so...
Oof.
Also, I've not been to Rome, I've been to Italy. Didn't eat any meat while I was there.
I don't know what I mean by that. Slap, slap, slap.
Nice. Final Fantasy... Oh, Ezreal, right. Ezreal.
That means nothing to me.
Riven is the bug squasher woman from Wreck-It Ralph. I've not actually seen Wreck-It Ralph. I've heard a lot about it. Good. So yeah, I can see Ezreal being a Final Fantasy extra. He's a weird one. He's a mage that plays like an archer. Or an archer that plays like a mage?
Chicken.
Oh, one up. Stelios.
Also acceptable. Yeah. You seem to be doing fine.
Yeah, okay.
To be fair, Max isn't my main.
Video main. Main Axel?
Axel, yeah. All through childhood, my little brother always wanted to be Skates because he was very fast. And I accepted being Axel because I was aware that he was basically unkillable.
Yeah, I think I mostly played Skate as well as a kid, so I can see why you'd feel the need to go elsewhere with your moveset. I think you mostly played Max when you're hanging around with me, because we played for the lulz. Really fast, weak character, really slow, strong character.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is why there's a pirate ship. We're at the it's a pirate ship ride at the park. You can see there's a Cinderella's castle in the background, and look, the roller coaster is right next to us now. I'm pointing at the screen, you guys can't see it, but
We're at Disneyland.
we are right next to the roller coaster.
This is Disneyland. Look at all those lights. There's men sleeping on benches. It's definitely Disneyland.
Yeah.
Capitalism gone wild. Sorry.
But this place is presumably owned by the mafia, which is why we're raiding the place. But we're looking for where they're holding Adam.
I might steal that health even though you need it.
Sure. I'll die to take the guilt away from you.
Right? Oh no, I didn't. Okay. I just thought I might have killed this guy and I don't really understand how. Oh, come on! Look. How about that? I'm gonna just rub his face gently. That's what I'm doing. Max is all about the hugging.
Yeah.
Go to bed.
Max does get a little bit feely.
Go to bed.
So here's the giant mouth. So here's the bit that people often say is like, oop. After bed? Alright, thanks for watching, Lady Meow. Yeah, this is a lot later than my normal stream. Hey, maybe we'll get some new people then.
Maybe.
Yeah, thanks for watching. Good night, Lady Meow.
It says we've got 3 viewers, so I imagine one is Lady Meow and then 2 are mysterious bots.
Yeah. One is probably Nightbot, one is probably us. Yeah, this is the part where people normally freak out about. Why is there some sort of indoor alien swamp inside in this game? And they've missed that they're at the theme park. This is like the haunted house or something weird.
It's a ghost train.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's no train.
It's a haunted house. It's a weird, spooky swamp zone. Yeah, and as we'll see later on in this level, in theory this game is set in America. We see American landmarks and things, but it's also full of ninja. But we've already seen some ninja, and indeed some samurai.
I've not seen American movies. There's tons of ninja in America.
I suppose so.
Probably more than in Japan. In Japan they probably go, ah yes, our culture was amazing and we like historical events. Whereas in America they go, yeah, ninja are the best.
Yeah.
If you're going to have a mafia gang, you've got to have a ninja. Japan would laugh at that and replace them all with gun-wielding thugs.
Gun ninja. I don't know if gun ninja were ever really a thing. There were lots of gun samurai.
Probably these days there's like effectively gun ninja, like assassins.
I mean, for all that ninja means a specific thing in the West, in Japan, ninja just means like a sneaky person. It doesn't automatically mean like the historical ninja clans. It's a more generic term.
That I don't fully understand the behaviour patterns of. I just know that occasionally you get hurt by it.
Yeah, the healers. So this is the bit that people get really weirded out. Why is there an alien monster inside a swamp in the middle of the city in this game? But it's just an animatronic model somebody's steering at us.
When you say people, do you mean like you?
No, I see a lot of people on the internet being like, what is the deal with this? It doesn't make any sense. But no, it's just an animatronic model in the weird haunted house in the middle of the fair. But the game doesn't spell it out for you, and I guess it's easy to miss that there's a roller coaster in the background. And the fact that there's an arcade doesn't automatically mean fun fair, so... Ninja! That knife looks like a joke in his hand.
Yeah, I'll pick up one. I swear I didn't grab him. Oh, I'm sliding.
Yeah, this is one of the characters where, so as I say, I've been watching Antho play a lot, trying to do his no-hit run as Max, and he's probably not much contention that he's the best Streets of Rage player in the world. Streets of Rage 2 anyway. Being as he was recently the first person to no death the entire game on Mania, like 20 years after the game came out. And watching him play this guy is so weird. He'll like step up to him to lure him into doing the flip attack, then just casually step back so it doesn't hit, and then just step in, grab him, and just melt him.
Mm.
It's like all about positioning, I guess.
This is the secret lore. The secret lore of the people that can crush games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where at some point it becomes all about tech rather than... It's like knowing the things that you can do makes you better. Look, you can see the park that we just came from in the background. We didn't find Adam there, so now we're going to Sega Stadium to watch a rousing game of Sega Ball. Sega Baseball.
It's weird having the plot explained to me like this, because it's basically a game of, hey, you know the mafia that runs the city? Where do they hang out? Do they hang out in the park? Do they hang out in the baseball field? Do they hang out in the theater? No, they hang out in the big skyscraper that's labelled Mafia Hangout Place.
Kind of.
You know, where you'd run the city from.
That's kind of it. We know that these are all places owned by the Mafia. We know they've kidnapped our friend. We're just going place to place until we find him. Do baseball! Have you do baseball today? It's not too late to start.
Something out of Hook.
Run home, Jack.
Yeah.
It's like boo.
I don't know what that means.
No one does.
Do? It's like boo? Boo baseball.
There's some speculation that the end boss of this level, well, the mid boss of this level is a really fat guy, and this game came out around the time that Dragon Ball Z was in its prime during its first release. The Boo saga was going, and Boo is a huge fat monster.
Oh.
So there's some speculation that they're saying that the boss of the baseball stadium is like Majin Buu.
Oh.
But that's pure fan speculation. There's no official comment on what it's like Boo means. And you know what? I don't want there to be. It's too beautiful. It doesn't need to be sullied by facts. The world has had enough of experts. We just need to know that life is like Boo.
Ooh, baseball.
Do baseball. It's like Boo.
It looks like ooh baseball sometimes though. I mean, it's a D. We don't need to argue. I can see that, but I'm sure I read it as an ooh as a child.
I like how it's split up as well. It's not do baseball. It's do baseball.
Yeah, it's in the game.
Mm-hmm. So in like the manual and stuff, those guys are referred to as samurai. I mean, they're just like weird martial artists, but sure. But they can also do magic.
That's not magic, that's perfectly normal ki blasts.
Yeah.
If you look on YouTube, you'll find oodles of practitioners that can do that stuff. You just can't see it in real life.
I mean, Blaze does ki blasts too, so it's just something that people do in this setting, I guess.
Mm.
Her dash move, you can see her hands glowing. I don't know if I've used it yet, but look, her forward special is just a Kamehameha. I don't know if Max has any magic, but Axel catches fire doing several of his moves, so...
Also a perfectly normal thing that people in this world can do.
Apparently so.
With the aid of petrol and lighters. Probably not petrol, but...
I mean, in theory that's a thing that you can do safely if you know what you're doing. I wouldn't want to do it in a combat situation, but... You can... Oops. Do a basic attack there. Wasted some health. But yeah, like, set it up properly with petrol or alcohol, then the fumes burn rather than the liquid. So you can be covered in the stuff, and it's the fumes around you that are burning. You look like you're on fire, but it doesn't burn you because the actual fluid hasn't caught fire. But yeah, don't try that at home. Leave that to the professionals.
Oh no! No. There was no saving that.
Don't forget your ult breaks just about anything.
Yeah, I didn't have enough health left to ult.
Okay.
I did try pushing the button, that's why I screamed oh no. I would never normally do things like that.
force to see my bone structure.
Probably got far more normal than mine. We've done that after a lot earlier. Although it does reassure me that those whip ladies would have wiped me out for sure, even if I'd survived the earlier combat.
I guess. Probably go for it. I don't think we're staying here. Not once I've cleared out these guys. Oh, a whole bunch of apples.
Oh, they really want you to have some help.
This is the well, it's at the middle of the stadium where the fight will be, so I don't know if we can. Doesn't look like we can keep them on screen. Get that one at least. Suppose. See if you can wake that guy up while I hang over here so it doesn't vanish. I don't know much about playing this game pro level. I did try and get real good at the first game.
Do I grab that?
And yeah, I guess. One of the things that you do a lot is just try and edge forward the tiny bits. So you like, when a new group appears, you proc only the first person in it. So yeah, these are the big fat mini bosses that some people speculate are like Boo. Big fat guys that breathe fire, sure. In this game you can slam them and throw them. In the first game, if you tried that, they'd fall on you. It's a little sad that they took that out.
They are as slow as Max, so it's the one area that I've got a huge advantage on.
Yeah. Check it out, there's a secret base under the stadium.
Oh yeah, actually, you've got a point. I was mocking us casually, like, invading places like this, looking for the Mafia. When you're right, they do actually have a secret base under the stadium, so
yeah,
it's a pretty good point there.
In fact, if you've been following the YouTube channel, you'll see that we actually played the first game on that, so I guess I shouldn't be acting like we skipped a game here. You guys keep up with all our content, right?
Wait, did you play a game on the YouTube channel?
This one, yeah. It was one of our short-lived Diz Plays series where I bully Diz into playing a Sega game that she's never played before and laugh at her.
Okay.
But we actually played this one co-op. To be fair, most of the games that we did Diz Plays, I'd never played either. They were just obscure games that I picked up, so I ended up playing them too.
Around about when you decided to make this channel of Failing At, I imagine myself as a gaming professional that could come in when you're stuck and fix all of our problems, and so far we haven't played a game that I'm better than you at, so I'm sure it'll happen one day.
I was expecting you to be better than me at this one. I feel like you're better at gaming in general.
I think I've got better reaction times and stuff, but the amount of information you amass, I mean, you've been watching like a professional do these, you know? You've surely picked up some information.
Yeah. And I feel like I've gotten really good at gaming since I've been streaming, because I've had to play a lot more games since I've been streaming. It's a lot more of these retro old games consistently. I feel like my skill level has just shot up. But yeah, I actually have really bad reflexes, and I'm bad at coordinating things and keeping track of multiple things, so I've always considered myself to be kind of... I play games a lot, I'm not bad at them, but I'm not somebody who could ever become pro tier, I think. You're more like that by my eyes.
I think I've got the advantage on things like first-person shooters and reaction-based games, but when it comes to actually thinking about stuff, I just don't have the capacity.
I feel like in a lot of games I know the theory, but I can't execute it, whereas you're maybe the other way around.
Yeah.
We should team up and fight crime. Ah! Oh!
Nice.
That was uncalled for. I thought we had to move the camera.
Why? Oh, I! Oh, okay.
We lured him in.
Oh. I died as well.
This guy. I think this guy's probably the hardest boss. Although maybe that's just because I play Blaze and she's a grappler and he's really good at breaking grapples.
Yeah.
Oh. That was a bad timing.
Do you think Max, as a professional wrestler, knows of this guy and it's like, oh my god, I can't touch him? He's so much better than me in this one fight, he's just pooing himself.
Yeah.
I mean,
this guy is actually in the first game, but he's only got one technique, which is to charge in from off screen and punch you really hard. But yeah, so we've got an underground illegal fighting arena underneath the baseball stadium. Maybe this guy is the real Boo. Maybe the joke all along was he's like Super Boo, who's big and muscly.
Abatiti. That's his name.
Maybe he's like what Majin Buu would be if he'd absorbed somebody really strong, like Hercule. Instead of that loser Gohan.
Ow. That went well for everyone involved.
Yeah, we're just getting in each other's way. I don't know that this game is easier to play, you know?
Yeah, with coordination, with the coordination we used to have, maybe. I'm going to swap from Max now. Oh,
yeah, go
no,
for it.
I can't control anything now. But when we respawn, I'll
Sure.
jump in as Axel, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Back to my main.
Yeah, it seems reasonable to switch characters as we go.
Kind of disappointed I got a game over, to be honest. But hey ho, such is life. Look at those super fast punches. Axel unstoppable.
Yeah, so Axel's really good at stun locking people, and his dash forward move is just straight up broken. Go ahead and show them the
flaming uppercut.
Grandapa, Grandapa, Grandapa. Watch, people are good at this game. That's all you hear.
Yeah.
So yeah, the priority on that move is huge. It's on the same level as most special moves, so it just goes through just about anything.
Ah.
And he's got good range and does tons of damage on top of it. Also, your hand catches fire, so you know it's a good move.
And it can hit multiple times depending on like how close you are to them when it starts.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
This guy's actually a real sweetie when you get to know him. This big one. He's got a real big heart.
It's pure comedy.
Feel free to that.
I did once. Or I said the word ha. I don't know if that counts.
Saying ha is actually the opposite of laughing.
I don't know what they mean when they say lol, laugh out loud.
Mm-mm. Ha, ha, ha. That's how I take every lol.
Yeah, not just a message of please kill me. My life has ceased to bring me pleasure in any way. I don't think Axel's standard jumping move can like hit anything apart from maybe the flying ladies or men or whatever.
That is a really high kick. Don't know where that's aiming for. At least he's got a decent.
That's alright. It was my fault for deciding to get involved in that.
At least he's got a decent jump kick now. That was one of his big weaknesses in the first game. He only had a tiny little knee move, and he was terrible for air fighting.
Kickboxers.
Yep. These guys are a real pain. These guys are one of the few people that Blaze is probably better at taking down than Axel, because they will block melee attacks, but they're not so great at grapples. They're also really fast, so. Come back here, we don't want to spawn more enemies. Now look what you've done, you've gotten yourself a friend. Yeah, now on board the ferry. I don't know if this is owned by the Mafia. I mean, there's a lot of them on top of the road. I don't know that this is one of their bases.
No. No!
Wayne. I believe for those guys, there's one of them named Bruce and another one called Wayne. After the famous all of them being bartenders, they're named after the famous superhero Barman. I think it's something like that. Good for the heels.
And I It completes an entire combo on me now.
Oh! What have you done?
Okay, that's the new technique called, oh, they're grabbing each other.
Yeah, we
they're not.
lured them in. So yeah, this is the ferry from the first game. The city's got a big river down the middle, but I think at this point we're actually taking it downriver. Yeah, we've seen that they're using the ferry to bring teammates in, bring more mafia people in, so we're investigating that situation further. Nice. Threw a guy into a flying guy. My day is complete. So yeah, Mr. X apparently has an entire flying corps. Actually, it's kind of a slow build-up over the games. Like in the first one, we see a little bit of weird technology, and we see that the Mafia have an entire factory producing odd mechanical stuff. In this game, we start seeing like flying people and things like that. So it kind of builds up into the third game, where there's some real sci-fi elements. Actually, you see a bit of sci-fi stuff in this game, but yeah, it's slowly established over time. It's good storytelling.
Third game's a bit of a mess though, isn't it?
Yeah. I'd say the third game is easily the weakest of the three. It just feels really unfinished. And it was ported really badly.
Wait, ported from what? Oh, like Japan to...
Yeah, Bare Knuckle 3 and Streets of Rage 3. It was not a good adaptation. Like, for one thing, they made it so that they got rid of the easy difficulty, made it so that normal was easy, and so on. They made it so that you couldn't. They gave it a new fake ending for the easy difficulty, which it was originally the normal difficulty. So you actually have to play it on hard to get the ending. And they buffed up everybody's health bars ridiculously, even beyond what they were normally on hard. So it takes forever to kill anybody.
Why?
So they wanted the game to seem really strong and tough, I guess. Super challenging. It's just kind of annoying. It's kind of slow, it just takes forever to kill people. And yeah, the difficulty is kind of dumb. Particularly given that the game doesn't handle as well, like I say, it feels kind of unfinished.
Yeah. Characters are very strange. There's like an old man that's a robot.
Yeah, they replaced Max with him at the last minute, and he definitely feels the most unfinished. He's not got like full movesets or anything. But it does have a full story, which isn't bad. I'd normally suggest playing the Japanese version, which is somehow more polished than the later made American version, but the Japanese version does have one thing going against it.
What's that?
A certain boss fight that is incredibly uncomfortable.
You maybe shouldn't have mentioned it then. It sounds like you're uncomfortable explaining what's going on. Is it racist?
There's a boss. He was removed from the American version. He is a very, very flamboyant gay character in a really weird outfit. It just pantses around the screen and is just really badly done.
Oh, okay.
It is not the most cool thing that Sega has ever done.
Yeah.
It's like some horrible 50s stereotype. And I do not blame them for taking it out of the American version.
Yeah, Japan's got very different ideas on a lot of that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Even today.
Not as bad as they were, but yeah, it does feel like they've lagged a few years behind. Like, I don't think gay marriage is legal in Japan yet. Not even like civil partnerships. One of the things where Japan is worse than most countries in that, like, the young people are entirely in favour of this kind of stuff. Japan's worse than most countries in that the government is mostly very old people who are very, very conservative. And they're not comfortable with change. The Japanese political parties don't seem to move on very fast from what I've seen. So So not as bad as Abadidi, but Arbear is kind of a challenging boss.
He's quite clearly Bronson from British politics.
British politics?
Well, British. Well, I mean, it's made in Japan. I don't know what word in British news. I don't know.
I guess. I mean, his name's Russian Bear, so I don't think it's Bronson.
Oh, is that what the R stands for?
Yeah. But I can see the similarity.
Yeah. Bald, mustachioed psychopath with incredible inner muscles that just basically runs and punches people.
For anyone not familiar with the law, Bronson is a British criminal.
Yeah.
Who
just hugely violent and expensive for the British taxpayer.
Yeah, pretty much.
But also
he spent most of his life in prison. He just spends all day working out, and at every opportunity maims dozens of prison guards in massive rampages.
Or used to anyway.
Built like a tank.
He's quite old now. I think he's in his 60s or 70s, and he calmed down.
He's still in prison. We don't know what's going on with him.
Oh, he's not going to get released because he's.
He got released for a while and he caused mayhem, and I don't think he's getting out again.
Yeah, there's films about what he did and stuff. Like
Yeah, there's actually a really good film made about his life. Whoop! What's fighting? Ninja Ambush.
Wait, did you watch that film?
Yeah.
Wow.
You recommended it to me. I had a look at it. It was real good.
Oh, it was bizarre, but
it is very bizarre, but it feels very true to his life.
Yeah.
He's a weird person.
Changed his name to like Salvador or something recently, like after Salvador Dali, and he just does art.
I mean, Bronson wasn't his real name. He named himself after an actor of all things.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, his job before he got arrested was a circus strongman briefly.
Yeah.
So that's probably where he got the penchant for dramatics.
Maybe.
Fun. Yeah,
but yeah, we went on a visit to a prison once that had. They couldn't say who it was, but it may have been him.
Oh yeah.
Where they basically had a wing dedicated to one prisoner who was just so dangerous that they pretty much locked him in there 24/7, threw food in through the window, because anytime they opened the door, it was a massacre.
Yeah.
So it was a maximum security prison, and he wanted an entire wing on his own.
It's weird, like speaking about things like that in real life, because you know, if you saw a film like not a fantasy film, but you know, a fiction film about a brutal prisoner, you'd be like, oh yeah, wow, this is a bit dramatized, and then you hear about how Bronson was, and you think, Jesus, like people really are like that.
Yeah. So he just trains all day and then attacks everyone he sees.
Yeah. Like
the people literally couldn't speak to him. He just, as soon as the doors open, he'd attack the person who opened it.
I mean, I had his like exercise book, and in between explaining like what you need to eat and like how to work out muscles and stuff, he just tend to get distracted and just talk about things he's done. And one of the things he boasts of is he once punched a cow so hard in the face that he stoved its skull in. Like, but why?
Poor cow.
Is the thought, yeah.
Yeah, cows are pretty harmless most of the time.
It's jumped off the third floor of the interior prison just to like land on a guy. It's some weird stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, but when you see that Russian bear enemy in this game, I basically imagine Bronson
killed you.
I deserved that death. I didn't have that.
I can understand that.
That's how he looks. He's just a big bald man that's obscene large.
I don't think he's ever killed anybody. That's the weird thing. He got an attempted murder once, but it wasn't even killing the guy that was the goal.
Well, I'm not sure. Yeah, in the film he doesn't kill the guy, but in real life I think the guy died, so that probably counts against him. I think so. It was a paedophile that was in the same prison as him temporarily, and he.
Okay, I only really know from the film that the guy doesn't actually die. I don't think he died in real life. Although Bronson was definitely trying to kill him.
Yeah.
He picked him out because he thought he was an acceptable victim, and I'm dead.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how Bronson's mentality works. I don't think he picks out people because they're acceptable victims. I think he just gets blinded by rage and does whatever seems right in the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he was like planning the murder or anything. I think it was probably the guy just told him what he did, and he went, you need to die then.
Yeah, I mean, the film portrays it there. It had a goal in mind, but who knows? Here's the thing: he just doesn't talk to people, so we don't know what was going on in his mind.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
for a while he talks to people, but I think he just you know, who knows with people like that? Are they lying all the time? It'd be really hard to separate fact from fiction in a guy that, like, literally has no sentience, as far as I can tell. Just says insane stuff all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, Tom Hardy, when he was doing the role, got to speak to Bronson a lot, you know, and Bronson would just like shake his hand and chat to him about stuff, and yeah. So presumably, like, he can communicate, but I don't know.
But nobody really knows what's going on in that guy's head.
Yeah. I mean, like, you can't trust someone that's got that list of crimes.
But yeah, for how incredibly violent he is, he doesn't seem to actually be out to kill people. He's just quite happy to beat the crap out of them at every opportunity. Just likes fighting to an absurd degree.
Yeah.
Definitely an interesting character. It's hard to know what to make of him. But yeah, these guys, I'm sure, cost the prison system an absolute fortune.
Yeah, because he used to lead riots where they'd go onto the roofs and like set things on fire, and so
yeah.
Well, I mean, people were petitioning for bringing back the death sentence just for him.
Yeah,
it's kind of personal. This is a weird subject to have gotten really hooked up on, but we're playing like a fighting game, so
yeah.
I don't know. Famous madmen from history that are incredibly violent, like.
So we've taken the Mafia ferry out into the jungle where they presumably have some kind of base, and at this point it's probably occurring to our characters that, oh yeah, didn't the former Mafia leader that we killed a year ago have a massive mansion right here in the jungle, hidden on top of a factory? I'm like, maybe we should check that out. Maybe that's a point of interest. I'm getting wrecked now that I'm playing a skate. I don't know how to play him anymore.
You just do that all the time and then leave.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm having trouble dashing on this D-pad is the thing. I was having trouble doing it as Blaze as well. I'm just not used to these Xbox controllers.
Fair.
But yeah, what I remember as a kid for Skate is you just do your dashing attack, which has got really fast and got long range, or you grab them and just throw them into each other.
Motorbikes.
I mean, that was satisfying. Headbutted 2 people off a bike. I'll probably go back to Blaze when Skate dies. If we don't finish the game on that, but... You know, we got to see every character in this one, it's not bad. You know, we're really here to showcase the game, you know, it's not about us egotistically showing off our skill or anything like that. You guys accept that if we're not playing, you know, flawlessly, it's so you can experience the game.
I mean, we're not speedrunners, we're not pros. Yeah. We are normal, real people that have just played these games before as children.
Yeah. I love, you know, this is actually one of my favourite games. I've not played it in years.
I think, yeah, I've just played this game to death. It's hard to love games when you've just like spent out an obscene amount of time on them. As
kids, we played this game just like too much, yeah. And you know, it's not the same playing it single player. It's hard to drag people in for doing that.
As well, I think.
Yeah.
I'll maybe in a second. I mean, it's not going to go off the screen or anything. Ow. Yeah, maybe now. I hate the jet people.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. It's not even that they're necessarily that difficult. It's just that they're so different to every other character. I mean, they're a flying enemy in a beat-em-up game. How do you deal with that?
Yeah, you can't see what layer they're on very easily. Like, sometimes their shadow kind of lies to you.
Yeah.
And then sometimes, even though your attacks are clearly connecting, they just don't count as connected. So it's difficult. It is challenging.
Yeah.
I think the technique we used to use back in the day was to stay on the same layer, and then you kind of knew where they'd be, but even then...
Yeah, I guess so. That guy actually has very low health. He's just a minion for this guy, but it's just so hard to even hit him.
That's a good one.
Yeah, nice. Side kicks down.
What? Knocked him off his feet there. Because it wasn't you dying, it was just, you just decided to fall down halfway through a jump. Oh, 1,
There we go.
2, 3, 4. Whoa, no, I was too fast. I knew you didn't hold it on down quick enough. Do you remember doing that though?
Yeah.
Charging up your B attack.
Forgot all about that. Yeah, if you hold down your B, then you just do. Well, you do the last hit of your combo, which is the knockdown one.
Yeah.
It's not got a lot of utility in gameplay, but it's when your controller's supposedly paralyzed for the end of round screen, you can still do your final hit, the hold down move. Get ready for the freeze frame.
It's not bad in gameplay for certain characters because it's, well, Axel's has got a really long range.
Yeah.
It does deal with a crowd of enemies that are all standing, maybe punching you.
Yeah, but the fact that it's a charge-up move, when do you have time to do that?
Yeah, I guess you could do it while walking around. Oh no, the fat. Sorry, I have no biases against fat people. So yeah, I don't know. I'm going to end this conversation here.
A challenging opponent who uses their weight well and also breathes fire.
Yeah.
I changed tense halfway through that sentence and it's killing me. It's a good thing Llewellyn isn't here, he'd never forgive me. Yeah, I just can't dash. I mean, I hit the button twice and he doesn't go. I think it's because the D-pad's at a slightly different angle to what I'm used to, so it thinks I'm hitting down just a bit. It's like what I've noticed is between different controllers.
Just to stop you there for a second. Oh, this isn't one of the special controllers. Yeah, there's better Xbox controllers where you can actually like pop out the D-pad. So this one actually sticks out a little bit, if you see what I mean. And then if you rotate it, it goes back to the old style if that's what you prefer. So, but I don't think this one wants to charge. I think that's just a permanently red controller that I keep for
ceremonial purposes.
Yeah, pretending that I could. I mean, it was all about local co-op. I just wanted like 3 friends to hang around and play 4-player games all the day.
Yeah.
So that's why I've got 3 controllers. Because then if we get 3 friends, then one person has to sit and watch.
One thing I've noticed with from going through a couple of different controllers myself is that on the proper console controllers, the D-pad and the analog stick are actually offset slightly towards the right. The angle that your thumb would go at. So that, because when you're hitting up, you tend to actually hit it just slightly towards the right. And if you notice, if you get a third-party controller, they normally go straight up, and it's actually kind of difficult to hit that just right. But the PlayStation and the Xbox controllers seem to have slightly different angles that the up is at.
I mean, yeah, it's different companies doing different controllers.
Yeah, it's just something that throws me off a little bit. So I hardly ever use an Xbox controller, so it baffles me.
Are they affected by the conveyor belts? I don't think they are they?
I think they are. If they actually stand still for a second. Yeah, you saw that guy was like moving backwards. I don't know if it affects them as much as it does us.
I think I'm still behind you in terms of deaths. Although that not that much now, actually.
Yeah, I've been getting wrecked with Skate. I don't know how to play him anymore. I used to. I used to be good at Skate. No, I can't.
Pick up that one. I'm gonna pick up that chicken as well.
I can't do the throw. I keep... In the moment, I can't remember that his throws are different to Blaze's. That's why I pretty much only main Blaze in this game these days. I know that she's kind of terrible in this game, but I play Streets of Rage 1 a lot, and she's got the same throws in this game as she does in that one, so it helps me remember. Otherwise, I forget.
I would have accepted it.
Yeah,
Oh no! This is how we die! Oh, actually, I didn't really want you to do that. Okay. Did you just eat that chicken?
I was on the same health that you are, and I honestly didn't think you were going to make it to the chicken.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh look, I healed a tiny little bit.
See, look at the factory making like weird torso pieces. I wonder if that'll ever come back and be a thing of note.
Game design from Sega magazine? Sure. This game's art style actually really gels with me. I don't know if it's because I played it as a kid or what, but I really like the way the characters are designed.
Yeah, it's really colourful, it's kind of vivid, I like it a lot. I think this is a really pretty game.
Even with the graphics as well, like the animations and stuff, just make people look really alive. Like you can see these guys' personalities hunched over like jerks. You can almost imagine being outside a bar and seeing them like smoking.
Yeah, you know there's a Streets of Rage 4 coming out?
What?
Yeah.
Who's making it?
The grandchildren of the original people? I don't know. No, it's a company that's got a good reputation for beat-em-up games, so hopefully it'll be good. But the art style is completely different, and the characters look very different, and I don't like that.
No, yeah. So they're basically just cashing in on the name. They're like, hey, we're making a game, what will we do? Oh, we'll call it Streets of Rage, because people used to like that.
Yeah, it follows on in story, but the gameplay and the art styles both look quite different to me.
I mean, they did they did the Golden Axe as well, didn't they? Someone did.
Yeah, the 3D one.
Someone did, and someone should burn in hell for it. Beast Rider.
This is going to be a 2D side-scroller beat-em-up. But, I mean, I'm very averse to spoilers, so I'll play the game blind and see if it's any good. I've not been looking at any of the trailers or anything, but I have seen pictures of the art and it doesn't inspire me. The characters don't look like themselves.
When you say spoilers, do you mean like what, walkthrough? Not walkthroughs, but like someone reviewing it? Does that count as a spoiler?
Yeah, I don't watch reviews or anything. I just want to experience every game like fresh, blind. Learn it as I see it.
That's fair. I mean, like, I get it.
If I wasn't sure about a game, I might look up little bits, but if I'm thinking I'm probably going to get a game anyway. Yeah. I like to be surprised by every little thing. One thing I've often thought about that I'd love, but is absolutely impossible. Like I thought about it, I guess, in the context of movies rather than games, but it probably applies for anything. Like, when you go to see a movie, you already know what the general plot is, what kind of genre it is, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, I'd love the idea of going into a movie completely blind, not knowing the title or anything. Like, let's get Blaze back out.
Just in time.
Like, you've got, you start off with some scenes of some people hanging around together, weird family life kind of thing, and you're like, is this going to be a romantic comedy? Or are we going to get 10 minutes in and zombies are going to kill everybody? And actually not know. 'Cause every zombie film starts with a big chunk of everyday life, right? But you know that there's going to be zombies. In this scenario, you wouldn't.
Yeah.
It'd be a genuine surprise when things start going horribly wrong. Like, that should be a part of the zombie genre. You feeling the same surprise that they do when it happens. But it's impossible to experience that because you know you're going to see a zombie movie.
Yeah, and because some people wouldn't want to watch a movie and suddenly have zombies. Maybe people scared of that.
Yeah, I guess. I know, it's just that it feels like it should be an experience that is possible and available, but in reality just isn't. Yes, yeah, you'd hate to go into a movie blind and discover to your horror that it's a romantic comedy and you're going to have to watch... Yeah.
Oh.
So here's a pro tip that we're probably not going to do, but like I know Antho does it, a lot of the pros would do it if they're doing like a really hard mania challenge. The game can only handle like, I think it's 6 projectiles on screen at the same time.
Right.
The knives count as projectiles even if they're on the floor.
Oh.
And you can knock knives onto the floor using your ultimate. So the pros will actually stand back here, taunt him into throwing knives at them and knock them on the floor until there's 6 knives on the floor.
Oh.
Because a lot of the boss moves for this level count as projectiles.
Ah.
And if there's 6 knives on the floor, they'll be visible, but they won't actually be solid. So these bosses actually can't damage you.
Wow, that's pretty good actually.
Oh my gosh, robots! This is what Mr. X was producing! The strange factory, the torso pieces!
Why?
To take over the world? Play the third
Just
game to find out.
just to kill Adam.
Yeah.
Adam's in a cage somewhere and they're trying to beat him to death and it's just not happening. He's fighting them.
Yeah, you see how their arms like spring out and they whirl them around and stuff. Those count as projectiles.
Yeah.
So the arms just aren't there if you've got 6 knights on the floor.
And of course the laser beams.
Yeah, and the laser beams too. So the only thing they can do to hurt you if you've got 6 knives on the floor is to electrocute themselves, so you just don't grapple them, or they explode when they die, so just don't stand next to them while they're exploding. Get my game over here. I'm not doing so well.
Yeah, I mean, we got a decent distance in the game.
Yeah. If you want to see the... And, you know, I hope you've enjoyed the game, and if you want to see the true ending, why not try it for yourself?
Wow, that's very cool of you to say. I want to see the true ending. I am trying it for myself. Maybe on a different difficulty next time. Oh, sorry.
Maybe. I suppose it's no fun if it's not a challenge. We picked a difficulty where it's like 50-50 whether we beat it, and we chose well.
Yeah. Yeah, we certainly had to try. Maybe if we were using performance-enhancing drugs and also not streaming while playing, we would have won this one.
Yeah, if I had my controller from home, maybe.
If I was on speed, maybe.
I feel like that thing just exploded on its own, but sure.
Yeah, like maybe I just gave up. It's like, oh, you're playing as Max, it's really hard to hit them, fair enough. We'll just end game there.
Yeah, I didn't see it get hurt, but it must have done. It ran out of batteries and the self-destruct was automatically activated. But hey, this is actually the mansion from the first game. So yeah, we didn't get to go in the ground floor last time. Well, no, we came in through the elevator, right? Didn't we?
Car park?
No, this is the same entrance. We're going in through the elevator. So this is the big corridor, presumably from the well, they've obviously renovated because there's bigger windows now, but you know, same place.
Or they've upgraded the graphics. It's probably the same joke that you were trying to make, but...
Oh, yeah, I think I meant to point out, but didn't. In you know, on the boat scene, it's nighttime. And in the it's like dawn kind of time on the beach. Like the sun's not up, the sky is kind of dark, but you can still see. All of the games, the final level takes place at sunrise. You can see the sun there in the middle of the screen. It's just slowly appearing above the horizon.
Yeah. Which just means when like politicians say they can't deal with crime overnight, they're wrong and they should get this team in.
Pretty much, yeah. Every one of these games is the team dealing with crime overnight. Also, it's Albert Jr. His son has come back for vengeance.
His son looks incredibly like his dad.
He's wearing green. He's clearly a different character.
I'm sure on like Mania and stuff there's other skin-coloured Arbears as well. Maybe the same name, just...
I don't know if it's Arbears on Mania. Most enemies are multiplied. I don't think like the game considers this guy to be a mini-boss, so he just has more health.
But we do occasionally fight Arbears, right? Or Arbear clones. I think in this elevator, for example.
There's a lot of boss clones in here. I don't think there's more than Arbear and Arbear Jr. for that particular one.
Fair enough.
Well, yeah, most bosses reappear. It's boss rush mode.
Ow.
Barman's evil alternate universe counterpart / nemesis, Vulture Man.
It's a guy in Spider-Man, isn't it? The Vulture.
I think it is actually.
Say it, isn't it? And like the more recent movie heavily features him.
Yeah.
Have you seen the new live-action Spider-Man movies?
Like the MCU ones or the non-MCU?
Yeah, the MCU ones, I think. Yeah.
Nah, I've not seen any of the Spider-Man ones.
They're actually great. They're really good. I mean, like Peter Parker's maybe a little bit younger than I would imagine him, but they're really entertaining, really good.
I'm a little sour about those because you know there was the other Spider-Man movies that were getting made. They got a lot of criticism. I really enjoyed them.
Wait, which ones? Like round 1 of Spider-Man movies or round 2 of Spider-Man?
Round 2.
Round 2. I didn't see
not
any
the
of
original. Yeah.
No.
I thought they were actually really good. They had a lot going for them. Some people said they were kind of just made to protect the copyright and that, but I enjoyed them. I thought they had a lot going for them, and I really enjoyed the second one. I was really looking forward to the third one. And every time adverts for the MCU Spider-Man film came out, and I was like, oh, it's finally here. No, wait, it's the other one. And it kind of worked me up, and then the third film got cancelled. The MCU people bought the rights off them so they wouldn't make the third film.
Okay. What enemies did the second wave have? Like, of your ones that you enjoyed?
The second one was Green Goblin, Electro... Is it Electro? What's his name?
Shocker, maybe?
Guy turns into lightning.
Oh, probably Electro. I think there's like 6 lightning-themed enemies in Spider-Man for some reason. Like Electro, Shocker...
Yeah, and the Rhino was the other one.
Black Lightning, maybe. Wow. That's a good ending.
But yeah, it kind of ended on a cliffhanger, because the Green Goblin was putting a force together to take down Spider-Man, and we saw like 6 robot suits assembled on that, and then we're never going to get to see it. It's really upsets me.
Garuda? No, that's a boxer.
Yeah, all the boxers are named after birds.
I've never heard of Garuda.
Zed Cusano.
It's just Max. They're all Max's children.
It'll be Garuda.
Garuda.
It's a Japanese thing, L and R being the same letter. Garuda's... It's from the mythology. I can't remember which god it is. I think it's the Mesopotamian one or something. But there's some... Or maybe a Hindu one? There's some god that rides around on the back of a giant bird called Garuda.
Okay. Oh yeah, you see them as Final Fantasy enemies a lot, don't you?
Yeah. Cool. Hey, it's Shiva, the coolest character in the series.
Wait, is this the end of the game in this one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, so it's quite close.
I just remember number 1 with the room with the trapdoor.
Yeah.
Kill each other to move on. And then you do it and you get knocked back like 8 levels anyway. Or it game overs you if you win. I really don't know.
Yeah, there's like a 2-player. Normally if you accept his offer it sends you back a bunch of levels. It turns out to be a trap. And you have to redo part of the game. But on 2-player mode there's a secret 2-player ending where you argue, where one of you agrees to work for him and the other one doesn't. And he makes you fight to the death. I am dead.
What, like permanently?
I think so. It might be up to you. I don't know where my life went, I wasn't paying attention. But yeah, if you kill your friend, yeah, it's game over for me.
Holy shit. No pressure.
If you ever to work for him and kill your friend and that proves to him that you're serious, and you get a hidden bad ending where you join forces with him. We should do that sometime, show that off on stream.
No pressure me.
Yeah. He's got a gun! I think this guy's actually easier than Shiva. Oh, he does get tons of minions.
Yeah.
If Shiva had minions, then just straight up impossible.
It's this one where he turns out to be a robot. Oh, spoiler. I don't think about these things. Hey, you just fall down. That'd be convenient. He doesn't have that much health either, does he?
No.
It's just got a machine gun.
Just the fact that he's got a gun.
I mean, if he just stays there and shoots, like, off screen, I'm dead. Ow.
Don't forget to use your ground upper. Dash through his bullets.
Wait, does that? No.
I don't know if that works.
Just headbutting Mr. X. No, he's got 3 stars here. He's got a lot of them. Ow. That's what I get for trying to use Oh, it's gone horribly wrong. No!
Ah. So close. Okay, right up to the final boss.
Doesn't that make you want to put in an extra coin? Look at him standing there laughing.
Yeah.
Jerk. Oh, it was a good run though.
Yeah, that was fun.
Oh man, you got the most points. Despite me hoarding every single cash item at the start of the game.
Yeah, that was my first life. I lasted a long time on that one.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you did, didn't you? It all went horribly wrong. Let's quickly race through it on easy then. No. Golden Axe now or break? I don't know.
Golden Axe sounds good to me.
Okay.
Probably play Golden Axe and then call it for the night. Right? Are we doing a duel?
No, I was trying to leave the game and I couldn't work out how.
Oh.
Escape, I guess.
here.
Yeah.